Good morning, everyone. I am both nervous and excited right now because the piano movers are coming later today. And I will show you what they are delivering a little later in this video. But for now, I want to make some cinnamon rolls to give to the piano movers. I think a sweet treat is well deserved because piano moving is a very hard job. And besides the piano movers coming, my contractor is here working on a plaster ceiling in the hall over here. So if you hear some bangs and bops, that's what that's from. These are the same cinnamon rolls that my mother used to make when I was a kid. They are soft, gooey, and absolutely addicting. And the first thing I need is some water. The printable recipe is on my website, and I will link the recipe in the description box below. Active dry yeast. This is some milk that I scalded and then cooled. Sugar. Softened butter. Salt. No, salt will not kill the yeast. And then I need some flour, which I'm going to weigh out. Many of you have asked where I bought this very large glass flour container, and I honestly don't remember. It was a long time ago. I think it probably came from one of the big box stores. So I'm looking for 500 grams of flour. There we are. You can mix and knead this dough entirely by hand, but I'm taking the easy route today and using my stand mixer and a dough hook. Oh, I forgot an egg. I forgot one ingredient, a large egg. And I'm just lightly beating this egg. And to show you how nervous, excited I am right now about the piano, I should have whisked together all of the wet ingredients before I added the flour. Too late now. But I think this will all work out just fine. I can tell you right now that these rolls turned out perfectly. This recipe is very forgiving. So my dough is thoroughly mixed. Now I'm going to let the machine knead it for about 7 minutes. And while that's happening, I can clean up all of these dishes. This dough has been kneading for about 7 minutes. So now I'm lightly greasing my bowl here. And then we can transfer this dough to the greased bowl. Making cinnamon rolls seems a good way to work off some of my nervous excitement. I may have to do some other projects too because the movers are not coming till I think 11 o'clock or even 11:30, and I need to stay busy. And I'm so glad that you are here with me because I want you to see how a piano is moved. We can cover this bowl with a damp towel, and then I'm going to set it in my proofing oven until the dough has doubled in volume. That will take from 90 minutes to 2 hours. And my proofing oven is heated to 100 degrees. You can let dough proof in any warm location. And while the dough is rising, I'm going to go ahead and make the cinnamon sugar filling. Sugar, cinnamon, and because I love its gorgeous floral perfume, I'm also going to add some ground cardamom. The other part of the filling is softened butter, but we can wait for that. I'm going to clean this up, and then to work off more of my nervous energy, we're going to vacuum the stairs. I should probably clarify what I mean by nervous excitement. I'm not actually nervous. I'm just filled with happy anticipation about what is arriving today. The vacuum I'm using here is specially designed to lift and remove pet hair. I can link the vacuum in the description if you are interested. Now that the stairs are vacuumed, we can take a moment to clean the staircase baseboard and niches. I'm using the white green cloth that one of you recommended. The cloth also does a marvelous job removing scuff marks on my painted staircase wall. And our dough is ready. Looks absolutely beautiful. I need my marble board. And I can lightly flour this board. Punch down the dough. Look at all of these strands of gluten. We can lightly flour the top. Then I need my rolling pin. And I'm not sure which one will work best here. I need to press or roll this dough into a rectangle that is approximately 9 inches wide and 15 inches long. You guys, I think I just dusted my board and my dough with confectioner's sugar instead of flour. No problem. The flour is in this canister. Boy, it really pays to label your flour and your confectioner's sugar shakers. We need to rub this dough with softened butter. My butter is not quite soft, so I'm going to put this in the microwave at just 30% power for about 30 seconds. One of the most overlooked features of a microwave is that you can heat things at different degrees of power, 30%, 50%, and so on. You don't have to heat everything on high. We are nice and soft here, and I'm just going to use my impeccably clean fingers to smear this butter over the dough. I like a nice thick coating of butter. Now I have to wash my hands. Then we need to sprinkle the cinnamon sugar over the dough. And then starting at the long end, I will roll this dough as tightly as possible. It helps to press the sugar into the butter. Pinch the end. You can bake these cinnamon rolls in cake pans, but I'm going to use my 9x13 baking dish, which I need to grease. You can butter the baking dish or the cake pan and sprinkle it with sugar. That's what I often do, but not today. And I want to cut this dough into approximately 1-inch slices. You can use dental floss to cut out your cinnamon rolls. I just find that a knife works perfectly well. I need to cover these rolls with a damp towel and let them double in volume. That's going to take about 30 minutes. And while that's happening, I'm going to preheat my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. I just heard from the piano movers. They are on their way. In the meantime, John is making very good progress on that ceiling. Plaster recently broke away from the ceiling in the corridor that runs between my kitchen and dining room. I don't know why this happened, beyond the fact that the house is 200 years old. There is no water damage. Once John has finished the repair work, he will then paint the ceiling, and all will be well. And just like that, the cinnamon rolls have doubled in volume. I'm going to pop these into the oven until they puff. That will take 20 to 25 minutes. And while the cinnamon rolls are baking, we can go ahead and make the glaze. And I hope these rolls are done before the movers arrive. So this glaze is nothing more than confectioner sugar and milk. And this is the confectioner sugar that you and I made together. Start with that much sugar. I need my whisk. It's very smooth, it's thick, but it's pourable. Now I need to go move my car so that the piano mover's truck can fit through the driveway, and I'm going to have them back up to my secondary or dining room porch because that's the closest access point to the music room. These look just gorgeous. The sugar has caramelized. You can really smell the cinnamon. Now, the movers just texted and said they are about 10 minutes away, so the timing worked out perfectly for these cinnamon rolls. We just have to glaze them. I know that it's all the rage these days to add heavy whipping cream to a cinnamon roll batter. Well, you pour the cream into the baking dish and then you bake off the rolls, but I much prefer to bake them this way and glaze them. If you were with me when I visited Flynn Pianos in Great Barrington, you might recall that I liked 2 pianos there. I could not decide which piano to buy, so Terry Flynn generously offered to deliver both pianos so that I could try them out for a week. I traded in my 1929 Steinway Model M, which the movers are handling first. The moving company is called New England Moving. I'm mightily impressed with their work. Now, If you've ever wondered how a grand piano is moved, the procedure is actually quite simple in theory. First, the pedals and legs are removed. Then the piano is wrapped in heavy moving blankets and put on its side. The pianos being delivered today are a 1959 Steinway Model B that measures 6 feet and 11 inches, and an 1893 Steinway Model A that measures 6 feet 2 inches. If it turns out that I love both pianos, then I will trade in my Yamaha C2 Grand in addition to my Steinway M. So the Steinway B is in place. This is the 1959 Steinway B that is not restored, but in the previous video I said that it played like a dream. And I'm just waiting for them to bring in the Steinway A. This is such a beautiful music rack. Let's hear what it sounds like with the lid up. that the pianos are in place, we can relax and enjoy some of these cinnamon rolls for afternoon tea. Let's head back to the kitchen. Fortunately, there was a cinnamon roll for everyone. And I think this autumnal Darjeeling tea that I buy from Tierra Farm will go very well with the cinnamon rolls. Let's head into the music room. It feels really nice to be able to sit down. These rolls are nice and soft. They are nice and soft and nice and sticky. These cinnamon rolls are meltingly delicious. Now, again, I will put the link to the recipe for these cinnamon rolls in the description box below. And in order to see the full description, you simply click on the title of the video. So we have 1, 2, 3 pianos currently in this room. And I want to thank you for being with me throughout this piano journey. I have a couple of very big decisions to make. Do I keep the Steinway B? Do I keep the Steinway A? Or do I keep both? Or do I keep the B and keep my old Yamaha over here? That's one of the big decisions I will have to make. And as soon as I finish my cinnamon roll and tea, I will do some heavy-duty practicing so I can become further acquainted with these pianos. It's really amazing how different a piano can sound in a piano shop versus your own home. In our next video, we are going to do an Easter brunch, and I hope you will watch. And until then, please treat yourself very, very well, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now, friends.